not a song. This a revelation. How to get a gone.
Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby.
Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I admit it. Man. Yeah,
with Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At their own 19-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yo.
Right to the air is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Powering his way forward. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go. At the 40-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. At the 25-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. That It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now Purdy.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Purdy. Into space at the 45. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Ricky Pearsall.
45 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Purdy will throw for it.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Middle.
45-yard line.
Alpha, sit on. Middle. Sit on. Sit on. Ready.
Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incomplete.
completion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, Jackson. Check down here for Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Return it. Report. Hey. Sit up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Well, let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Final play of the half, Purdy. That back foot throw there is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 46 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third.
21. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one into the hands of Flowers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Jackson will throw again.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 29 yards.
And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
He's got it at the 2. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
22.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall.
78 yards.
And the 49ers Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here.
The 49ers will line up for the
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for two.
score, Niners 30, Ravens 29. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Sheds off the tackle. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback. And he works free. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
He completes it to Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Go.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score, the Niners 37, Ravens 29. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 45 yards. That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Looking to throw. Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. From the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RP. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put... There he goes, left side! Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw again is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
18. That's good for a Baltimore.
Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Here's second down and 3.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A big play looming on third down.
Ready. Sit up. You at X. You at X. Hey, report. Report. Hey, middle. Sit up.
Now Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And the Baltimore first down.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Hill, touchdown, Baltimore. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Ravens 42.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 65 yards. And the 49ers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This is 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing. Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers.
Get set. Watch out.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey.
B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for no better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes, we the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Around and find out, find out. Around and find out, find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep it style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God.